Hi Sagittarius, this is Kelly from Moon Pie Tarot. This is your general monthly love reading for January 2017. I just would like to wish you all a very happy new year. My apologies for the delay. I usually have these readings out pretty quick, but you know the holidays are always a busy time, and I've been quite festive, I must say, and that's pretty much a once a year kind of thing for me. If I'm not out enjoying the holidays, I'm constantly working, so there's that. So again, or shall I say to start, if you listen to this reading, it may or may not resonate for you. Check your rising, check your moon, check your Venus. Okay, you can always, if you don't know what it is, you can go online and Google it. I'm sure you could find it. And if still it's not resonating for you, or even if it is, you can always request a personal reading from me. Just email me at moonpietarot@gmail.com and I'll send you the information. Okay, so let's get started with your reading. At the bottom of the deck, the card here is the Six of Cups. So some of you are reminiscing. This is a card about old memories, past memories. So I feel like some of you are reminiscing or thinking about someone from your past, or there could be someone the month of January who makes a return from the past. Okay, they could be an ex. It could be someone who maybe you may have had an interest in that comes back or just makes a reappearance in your life, but you will be in dreamy mode about them. Okay, because this is a Cups card, so this is you thinking about them in a more emotional way, or if someone isn't returning, it's just you maybe something reminds you of them in this month, and then you're back and you're thinking about them. Some of you could be reminiscing about an ex where things may have ended and it wasn't a good relationship or a good the camaraderie between the two of you is not good, and now time has passed and maybe you're thinking about all just the good, kind of like romanticizing an old situation. And to me, that's always a sign of having healed, because there's no more anger. So you're thinking maybe about someone in a positive light, instead of holding on to negative feelings of what may have occurred between the two of you. So a lot of few messages with this. Whatever you relate to, then that's for you. Okay, now in the past, you've got the Nine of Cups. So again, this is very similar to the Six of Cups. Whoever it is that you may have been thinking about, perhaps for some of you, this can be a feeling like family, but this is emotional fulfillment. Okay, some of you may, I do feel like in relation to that Six of Cups card again, that you are perhaps thinking about someone from your past in a very positive light. Right? And if this person does make a reappearance, this will be your energy from that past energy coming into the future, right? So I feel like you are just thinking maybe about how good times were, or even just the closeness that you had, even if it's just a friendship. If there isn't anyone in particular, like I said, this is a love reading. It's not necessarily a romance reading. So this just could be, like I said, it could be a reunion with a friend or a family member, but that's for some of you. But we'll try to stick with more of a love reading. So you're coming out of the month at the end of the year, I'd say on somewhat of a good note. Maybe not all of you, but there could be some of you just coming out of this, coming from the end of the month on a positive note, okay? Even if it was just you were spending a lot of time with family and friends, especially with the holidays having come through that, a lot of joyousness. But in the beginning of the month, you've got the Eight of Pentacles, and this card talks about, and I believe Scorpio just got this card, this talks about assessing a situation, kind of like you looking at a situation or a relationship and asking yourself if you've done all you could do, or if in the past you've put in all of this energy, if you are going to be able to reap a reward from that. If you are, I just see you in assessment mode in the beginning of January, the beginning of the new year. Maybe some of you with the new year are looking at your resolutions or in love and asking yourself, what do you want to invest now this year? What if you're going to do something differently? How much effort are you going to put in? Are you going to let other people put in more effort? This is really just kind of seeing the work that's been done, that's in front of you, and asking yourself, is it worth it? Or was it worth it? Okay, and are you happy with where you are now in your love life, even in your dating life? Okay, are you happy? Has the energy that you've put into it produced what you were hoping? Really, just taking a look at that. What's crossing you is the Five of Rods. So this card talks about some competitive type energy. So some of you may have been in your dating life. Maybe there was having to compete for someone's love, right? This is in the challenge position, so I feel like, to me, this card can be a bit of unmanageability. Okay. I feel like it's just about two people who are engaged, and doesn't necessarily have to mean engaged like a love engagement, but two people who are engaged with one another, and maybe just having some fun and being witty with another person, but maybe a relationship or a past relationship has maybe it got incredibly serious, and maybe the challenge is to try to find a way to bring that relationship back to a more fun, playful environment, to have more, to not have so much seriousness, okay, in at least for this month, because I see you going from, having all this joy and then really starting to take a look at things, and, I feel like, Sagittarius, you want to be happy. I don't feel like you want to have things be so darn serious that you can't have a playfulness with another person. And I also feel like, for those of you who are in a relationship and this resonates, this could also just be the energy between you and another person, where maybe now, or starting the new year, maybe you want to try to enjoy all the work that's been put in, and try to find a way to have fun with each other, but not to be so serious, a little bit of play back and forth. But it may be a bit of a challenge for this month to get to that point. Some of you may have, you may have been involved with someone that you really enjoyed being with, someone from the past or what have you. They make a return, and you may be questioning if they are serious about you, how serious, if they are, if they are someone that's compatible with you, okay, and or if they are too competitive with you, and are you going to be happy resuming that relationship with them again, or even if this is just someone you are thinking about, okay, you may be questioning whether or not they are someone who is easy to be in a relationship with. I mean, assessing if this is there's compatibility with them, or if it's too competitive. Sometimes you get into relationships and two people wind up finding themselves competing with each other in some strange way. Okay, now with the root of the reading, you've got the Queen of Swords. So some of you may be involved with an air sign. Okay, could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. This card can also be the sign of Virgo. Okay, so some of you may have someone of those signs that you're involved with. This could also be someone in your life who is very, a little bit, not very emotionally attached. They are emotionally detached. They have more mental energy. They do keep their guard up. So I'm not sure in which way this person is playing a role for you, but I do know that they are significant. They will be significant to you in this month. Okay, the Queen of Swords. This could be a male or a female. If it's a male, they have a bit more feminine energy, but they are very forthright. They say what's on their mind, and they're not afraid to use that sword if they have to. Sometimes they just blurt things out, and they can come across as being a little cold, and you may not really understand what it is that they're saying, or you may take offense, and that could have something to do with a little bit of this energy. Okay, and perhaps maybe wondering if this is the person for you, if it's a new person or someone from the past. Now, what's crowning you in your mind is the Seven of Swords. So I feel like there's some part of you in your mind where you're thinking, are you being deceived? Or is this person trying to get away with something in your mind if they're coming back? You may be questioning, for some, why there's a return. What's going on? Okay. And some of you may also just be making sure that you are not deceiving yourself when it comes to relationships or your dating life, okay? Especially if you are single and someone makes an appearance, this Queen of Swords energy makes an appearance, you could just, I don't want to say that you're not trusting, but I just feel like in your thought process and in your mind, you're paying attention to what other people are doing because you don't want to be hurt either again, or you don't want to be hurt. So you could also be taking on the energy of the Queen of Swords where you have your guard up in regard to other people or another person. Okay. Now what's coming toward you is the High Priest. So this is really telling you to stay in touch and in tune with yourself and your thoughts and your emotions, to be on a higher level, to pay attention to your gut. This month, pay attention to your intuition. Okay, this is also a card about institutions and marriage. Some of you may need to go into, maybe some kind of therapy. I always sometimes feel like that has something to do with it, or get back to your religion. Or some of you could be have a marriage proposition or some kind of commitment coming your way in this month. So it could be something that you may be presented with, and you could be questioning if this person is being honest with you in your head and staying guarded. Okay, someone could be competing for your attention. Okay, so you've got that energy flowing into the near future here. Okay, and then of course, again, now you've got the High Priestess in the position of you and your advice. So again, to stay in touch with your higher self. Okay, trust your this reading, if I had to label it in the title, is trust your gut. That's really what it's all about. Okay, the High Priestess, it's also saying for you to keep if you need to observe a situation before you go any deeper with someone, you may need to withdraw a bit. You may come across a little bit mysterious to others, but it's only because you are trying to get in touch with the different phases of your emotions that you may be going through in this month. Okay, because you may need to try to get a better understanding of what's happening this month. Okay, especially if this is someone from your past returning. Okay, you may have a trust issue with them, and you're going to need to pay attention to how you truly feel, what's not, like what your gut is telling you. If your gut, this thing I heard about our intuition, our intuition does not scream from the top of a mountain at us. It's usually almost barely audible. So it's really important for you to pull in and withdraw from all of the outside noise in your life and try to listen for it, because it's there, but it's almost silent. It's inaudible sometimes, and you really have to get quiet to pay attention to it. And when you are in a position of quietness, in a state of quiet, then it will, and you keep listening, it will suddenly get louder and louder, and that's your intuition, and that's what the High Priestess is telling you, as well as the High Priest. Okay, your reading's going a little quick. So as far as how others are viewing you, they're viewing you as, wanting to have new beginnings in your life. You are, they're seeing you as starting almost, I want to say almost like starting over, and it fits in well with it being the new year for those of us who listen to who pay attention to the new year beginning at the start of the Gregorian calendar. So with the new year coming, you may have resolutions, and you may be expressing to others and showing others that you are really trying to start your life over, or you are trying to have a sense of freedom about yourself. Okay, you want to enjoy the coming year, and you don't want to be caught up in anything that's going to prevent you from moving forward. Okay, and this is a new beginning about that. So I feel like people are seeing you in that light, where you are, starting over. You're following your passions, you're following your heart, you're following your desires, and that's how they're viewing you. Okay, and that's, even if you are sitting here listening to this and thinking, yeah, well, maybe you're just making people think that that's what you're doing, and that's fine. Fake it till you make it, because we are just coming off the end of the year and starting over. So a lot of people like to restart. So if you are making New Year's resolutions for yourself, perhaps one of the resolutions for yourself is to find a sense of freedom within yourself, right? To be free, and to not let yourself get bogged down with anything negative or anything that could be causing you. I feel like this Seven of Swords, it's in the crowning position, so it's in your thoughts. And I feel like sometimes mistrust or deceit can take over your mind, okay, and prevent you from being happy. And that's why it's really important for you to pay attention to what your gut's telling you, because your mind really won't give you any answers. Your mind is a very creative part of your brain, and it likes sometimes to create false images or falsities, if that's even false. Is that even a word? It likes to create things. Your mind plays tricks on you. So, and your heart, well, your heart's your heart, and your heart's just feeling things, but sometimes it can feel one way and the next time it can feel another. Your intuition is constantly going, okay, and that's the truth for you, right? So I feel like your truth is that you want freedom, because freedom will bring you a sense of happiness for yourself, right? And maybe freedom from negative thinking, or freedom from worry if people are deceiving you or not being true and honest. But I don't feel like you will get that unless you truly get quiet and listen to the truth that's deep within you. Now, in your hopes and fears, you've got the Hermit. Okay, and again, as I was saying, this Queen of Swords energy could be, I think I said Virgo. So this is also a Virgo card. So you could be hoping, if some of you have any kind of interactions or are dealing with a Virgo, you could be hoping that they maybe come out of a shell in some way, and maybe the truth comes out. Okay. But you could also be fearing that there could be a little bit too much introspection. And for yourself, it's also saying that if you do take the time to go in and pay attention to your intuition, don't get too, you can be reflective, but when this card's in the reverse, this is like a complete isolation. So don't put yourself in a position where you reflect so much that you go from worrying so much about someone deceiving you to then you're now reflecting so much that you can't live your life, so it's like, kind of take it with a grain of salt, hear what's being said to you from you, okay, and then move forward with whatever decision you make and whatever it is that you need to do in regard to a love relationship or with another person, okay, because you will know what is right for you. But this card does say that also with the High Priestess, that you do need to take this time to reflect. Okay, these are both reflection cards. You do need to take that time to figure out what it is that you want, and hope, and I feel like you will find that hope or an answer that you're looking for. Now, the outcome of your reading, you have the Three of Swords, and I'd like to reiterate that I don't often feel that this card is a breakup or an ending of a physical relationship. I just feel like this card's more of a detachment from thoughts, okay? But it could be separation, but the energy is kind of like split. So there could be like maybe you not focusing so much on a relationship or a situation because you are reflecting about what it is that you want to do. So, This card could just be talking about you if you are dating, okay, which I feel like with the Three of Cups, this is community. There's a lot of people in the picture. It could be that maybe you need to separate yourself from the dating scene for a little while so you can figure out what it is that you truly want. Maybe you want to focus on being more social with friends and family, okay? Or maybe maybe some of you could have a couple of people in your life, that you really enjoy spending time with, and maybe you taking the time to figure out what it is that you want. If it's someone from your past returning, maybe you don't want to make a decision just yet. You want to put your energy elsewhere. And I feel like a lot of you will you'll get to this point where you're not going to bog yourself down and worry too much. You're just going to try to have fun and enjoy your life. Okay. I do feel like a message coming through, as I said before, that not all of you, but for some of you, someone could be returning from the past and making a proposal of marriage or some kind of a commitment towards you. Okay, and I do feel like you're going to need to figure that out. And you may just kind of, if that happens to you, you may put it on hold for a little bit, maybe consult friends and family, or, try. I don't see you making a decision right away. I see you really just reflecting on how that's going to work. Even if you're just dating and you meet someone, they could make a proposal for some kind of commitment, and you might just put it on hold for a little while and focus on other things, or whatever it is you need to do. If you're in a relationship with someone, there could be just this something. I feel like a lot of you, if you're involved with someone, you may need to be reassessing your relationship with someone this month. If you've been in a long-term relationship or a marriage, you may be reassessing your marriage. Again, I don't feel like it's an ending to a marriage for some, but maybe something happened that caused you to doubt your partner. So you may be needing to reassess this situation and really go within and figure out, if you're happy within yourself. And someone could sense that you're doing that, and that maybe they may think you're pulling away or you're moving on. But I don't really feel like you're doing that. I just feel like this month you're kind of like, trusting your gut, reassessing the situation, reassessing your marriage, reassessing your relationship, and trying to come to terms with the truth within yourself of how you really feel about this relationship, and not necessarily making a decision about what you want to do with it, but really paying attention to your happiness in this relationship. Okay, some of you may have just gotten involved with someone, or quite some time ago, and now you're in this habitual type of a relationship, and could be feeling like, am I happy here? There could be a little bit of a competition going back with each other. But as I said, I see you analyzing and looking at this relationship and wondering, are you happy here? Not doing anything, not walking away or breaking up, but just trying to decide, are you happy here? Okay. And thinking about the person that you were with fond memories, and realizing that there were jovial times with them, but, just trying to understand. And again, with the Hangman underneath here that I see, this, again, not a separation. It's just, for this month, accepting the situation as it is for the moment, not doing anything, just thinking about it. Okay, I don't feel like I want to keep pressing forward. If this reading resonated for you, that's great. If it did not, of course, as I always say, you can check your other signs, or you can email me to get more clarification, moopaitarot@gmail.com. Okay, and I will be putting up February readings, hopefully sooner than I did these. But do let me know if this resonates for you in any way, and I will see you guys in February. All right, take care. Bye.